You're making six figures and you can't afford a $1,000 emergency. How did that happen? Here's the uncomfortable truth. In 2026, earning $100,000 a year doesn't make you rich anymore. In most American cities, it makes you middle class broke. And I'm about to show you exactly why the math stopped working, who benefits from you not knowing, and what that means for your next 10 years if nothing changes. Let me be clear. This isn't about you being bad with money. This is about a system that evolved faster than salaries ever could. And once you see the mechanics, you can't unsee them. Let's run the actual numbers on a $100,000 salary in 2026. You'd think that's $8,333 a month, right? Not even close. Federal taxes take 22%. State taxes, another 5 to 7% depending where you live. Social Security, Medicare, health insurance premiums. By the time the money hits your account, you're looking at roughly $5,800 a month. You just lost $2,500 before you bought a single thing. But here's where it gets brutal. The median rent for a one-bedroom apartment in a major U.S. city is now $2,100. That's 36% of your take-home gone. Student loans? The average monthly payment is $503. Car payment, insurance, gas, another $650 minimum. Phone, internet, streaming services you forgot you subscribed to, $180. Groceries have inflated 25% since 2020, so budget $500 for food if you're careful. We're at $3,933 spent. You have $1,867 left. Quote, but you're not done paying. Utilities, credit card minimums from that emergency last year. Maybe you're trying to save for retirement, so 6% into your 401k. Health costs not covered by insurance, your niece's birthday, your car needs new tires. By month's end, you've got maybe $400 left on a six-figure salary. And that's if nothing goes wrong. No medical emergency, no job loss, no surprise expense. You're one bad month away from credit card debt, and you're supposed to feel successful. Here's what they don't tell you. $100,000 in 2025 has the purchasing power of roughly $45,000 in 1990. Let that sink in. Your parents bought a house on $50,000 a year. You can't, even earning double. Why? Because while salaries increased 2 to 3% annually over the past 30 years, the cost of the three biggest expenses, housing, healthcare, and education, increased 5 to 8% annually. In 1990, the average home price was 2.9 times the average salary. Today, it's 6.7 times. College tuition has increased 1,200% since 1980. Healthcare costs have tripled. But your salary? It's barely kept pace with the government's official inflation number, which conveniently excludes housing and food costs. And here's the question I need you to ask yourself, and drop your answer in the comments. What expense has increased the most in your life over the past 5 years? Because when we compare notes, we see the pattern they don't want us to see. This isn't accidental, it's systematic. The system needs you earning just enough to consume, but not enough to accumulate. Because wealth isn't built from salaries. Wealth is built from ownership, assets, equity. But when you're spending 80 to 90% of your income just to survive with dignity, you can't buy assets. You become a permanent renter of everything. You rent your home, you finance your car, you lease your lifestyle. And the people who own those things, they get wealthier off your labor while you stay on the treadmill. Let me tell you about Marcus. He's a software engineer in Austin making $115,000. By every traditional measure, he's winning. But Marcus told me something that stuck with me. He said, I feel like I'm working harder to stay in the same place. That's not a feeling, that's reality. Marcus lives in a nice apartment, $2,400 a month, drives a decent car, $580 payment, eats out 3 to 4 times a week because he's too exhausted to cook after 10-hour days, has $7,000 in savings that took him 2 years to build. And every time he gets close to $10,000, something happens. The laptop dies. The dentist finds a cavity. His friend's wedding is out of state. He's not living paycheck to paycheck in the traditional sense. He's living milestone to milestone. And it's exhausting. This is the new broke. You have things, but you don't have options. You can't quit the job that's burning you out. Can't move cities for a better opportunity because breaking your lease costs too much. Can't start that business idea because you need stable income for rent. The system doesn't lock you in with chains. It locks you in with comfort. And that's more effective than any chain ever was.
So what do you do? Because I'm not here to just depress you. I'm here to show you the exit. First, redefine what rich means. Rich isn't a number. Rich is options. The ability to say no, to walk away, to wait for the right opportunity instead of taking the first one. If you have 6 months of expenses saved, you're richer than someone making $200,000 with zero savings. Second, attack the gap ruthlessly. Every dollar you can redirect from consumption to assets is a vote for your future freedom. That might mean living with a roommate longer, driving the paid-off car another year, cooking more. These aren't deprivations, they're investments in optionality. Third, build income streams the system can't control. Side projects, freelancing, small investments, anything that isn't tied to one employer's decision to keep you employed. And most importantly, stop comparing yourself to the lifestyle you think you should have at this salary. The game changed. The rules changed. Your parents' path doesn't work anymore. That's not failure. That's reality. And once you accept that reality, you can stop fighting the wrong battle and start winning the actual one. $100,000 doesn't mean what it used to. But awareness is the first step to freedom. You now know why it feels impossible. Next video, I'm breaking down the 5 specific income streams that actually build wealth in 2025, not just bigger paychecks. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button and subscribe to Finance Frame. We're exposing the financial systems they don't want you to understand every single week. Thanks for watching. Now go build your exit plan.